The Varsity Yearbook plant, located in Edwardsville, Kansas, is where yearbook ideas are turned into reality. Yearbook advisors and staffers work tirelessly all year long to put together a yearbook that captures the stories, personalities, and spirit of the school year. And just like the yearbook creation process itself, the yearbook production process is multifaceted and requires the efforts of lots of different talents and disciplines. As you might guess, 75% of yearbooks are delivered at the end of the school year in the spring, but the remaining 25% are delivered in the summer or fall, which means things are extra busy in the months of April and May. Yearbook staffers who hit their submission deadlines help the plant keep things running smoothly. After all, we're coordinating and printing more than 3 million yearbooks every year. The Customer Service Department is made up of Customer Service Advisors, or CSAs, and Technical Support Advisors, or TSAs, who support schools that have questions about customer-facing services, such as e-design. The Yearbook Order Center assists more than 5,000 schools with yearbook sales and ad sales. We handle an average of 34,000 calls every year in both English and Spanish. In the Creative Art Department, our talented artists work with customers to design covers and other elements for their books. These art sessions can be virtual, in person in the plant, or at yearbook workshops all across the country. In fact, Varsity Yearbook artists help produce approximately 9,000 pieces of conceptual and final art each and every year. And if you're lucky enough to visit the plant in person, one of the best photo ops is the Yearbook Throne, reserved for yearbook royalty like you. The pre-press department is where all the yearbook files come in for processing. Every single photo is reviewed and run through the Color Plus system to ensure the most accurate and vibrant colors possible. In the imposition department, pages are organized into 8-page, two-sided flats, known as 16-page signatures, or SIGs. Next up, the pages of the yearbook are imaged onto 4 separate aluminum printing plates. Each plate places one ink color on the paper, and the 4 inks, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, come together to create nearly every color you can imagine. CMYK printing combines different percentages of these 4 colors, resulting in the full color images and graphics you see in your yearbook. The press room is where the ink meets paper. Varsity Yearbook has 4 offset presses, 2 digital presses, and 1 roll-fed inkjet press. As printing technology continues to advance, the applications for each press have evolved as well. For our offset printing presses, also known as sheet-fed, ink is pumped into the press from 4 55-gallon drums in cyan, yellow, magenta, and black. Each large sheet of paper is flipped halfway through the run to print on both sides. Plates are simultaneously changed in about 1 minute by the press operator. The digital press room has 3 high-speed presses, which print on both rolls and skids of paper. We saddle stitch, perfect bind, and sew products that go through our digital presses. Our high-speed Canon press can print up to 19,000 sheets per hour. At Varsity Yearbook, quality and accuracy are always a priority. To ensure the highest standards are met, we have quality control checks at every stop along the way. Here, our press operator uses a magnifying tool called a loupe to make sure the printing is top-notch and that all the tiny droplets of ink are lined up perfectly. The fact that yearbooks are kept and cherished forever is a big part of our sustainability story, but Varsity Yearbook also puts strong emphasis on reducing our carbon footprint. Our cover board is made of 100% recycled materials, and we recycle all of our aluminum plates, as well as our copper and brass cover dies. 100% of the inks we use in our offset presses are vegetable-based and biodegradable. On our digital presses, we also recycle all used parts, paper, and ink. Our paper is sourced domestically from companies certified in responsible forestry. Every year, our team collects and recycles more than 2,300 tons of paper and 295 tons of aluminum. And even before we fulfill our responsibility of recycling, our team works extra hard to eliminate waste and spoilage of materials.
You may not know this, but most yearbooks are printed in sections, not all at once. Covers, end sheets, and SIGs are stored up here on the mezzanine until your entire book is ready to be bound.
Let's not forget about the additional print techniques and innovations that we can bring to your yearbooks. Covers can be printed digitally or offset and then wrapped around the cover boards. These are called litho covers, and they start as white paper before all of the inks and applications are added. Some schools choose to silkscreen their cover, which starts with choosing a color and/or textured cover material from our collection. Then, a design is transferred onto the cover material using a mesh screen, ink, and squeegee. It's then cured with a UV light. Silkscreen gives customers more flexibility and cover material options. Speaking of UV, there are dozens of different types of UV coatings and textures that add additional personality and wow factor for a yearbook. UV coating is a clear compound that's applied to the paper wet and then instantly cured with ultraviolet light. Beyond gloss UV, we also have a number of other options. Matte, raised, rough, and chalkboard UVs add texture, while glow-in-the-dark, photosensitive, and thermo take your theme and your book to the next level. Looking for even more visual impact? Foil stamping is a shining, or should I say shiny, example. Using a copper die, foil is pressed onto the surface and heat allows it to stick. Auto-feed functionality makes it possible for the foil stamping machine to stamp up to 900 copies per hour. Foil is available on covers and end sheets. Many schools choose film lamination to protect their yearbooks. Film lamination is applied over the entire cover with heat and pressure. 1,000 yearbook covers can be laminated each hour, and each roll of lamination is 10,000 feet in length. That's almost 2 miles. After the covers are completed, cover sheets are trimmed for case making. The super sharp cutter will slice through up to 6 inches of paper like soft butter. Cover sheets are wrapped onto boards, making them hard covers. We can produce 1,000 hard covers per hour. For the pages of the book, flat press sheets are folded into 16-page signatures, and the folded signatures are collated in the correct order. At the sewing and bookbinding stage of the production process, signatures are sewn together to create the book block. Our sewing machines use nearly 1,000 pounds of thread each year. Sewn yearbooks receive end sheets and are formed with glue and backing tape along the spine. After that, each book block is trimmed to the correct size. The casing department is where yearbook covers finally come together with their pages. This process is really fun to watch as each book comes to life. Laser cut covers can add even more dimension and impact to a yearbook. Finished books are cut so you can peek through to the end sheet. The creativity and precision are simply amazing. The laser cutter can cut 6 books at a time per platen, and each machine has 2 platens. The temperature of the laser is 6,177 degrees Fahrenheit. Here in the handwork department, our skilled team members handle specialty applications like plexiglass covers, bookmark ribbons, tip-ins, and more. Finishing touches that create an impressive first and lasting impression. The final stop in the plant is the shipping department. Once the yearbooks have been printed and assembled, they're boxed up, put on pallets, and shrink-wrapped to keep them secure during their journey to the school. 9,000 tons of yearbooks are shipped from our centrally located printing facility and arrive to our schools all across the U.S. and Canada, and each box of yearbooks can weigh as much as 60 pounds. Yearbook staffers are the first to see their creation, which is the culmination of hundreds, even thousands, of hours of work over the school year, and their reactions speak for themselves. Finally, The books are distributed to the rest of the school on distribution day, so the yearbook can be enjoyed and the year can be preserved forever. Of course, it takes incredible technology and precise processes to produce these beautiful yearbooks for our customers. But it's our highly skilled, highly passionate people who really make the magic happen. Thank you to all the yearbook advisors, editors, and staffers who work tirelessly to create the books that give us so much joy and pride in what we do here in the plant.